Hi, what's up, you guys? I'm Hazim Bangwar, and I'm the founder of Hazim Bangwar Foundation. HBF came into existence way before it even had a name. I remember being really young, and I used to watch these commercials on TV which said that you could save a child or feed a child for 25 cents or 30 cents and all. And I started calculating how many 25 or 30 cents do I have to save all these children. And then I would say, when I'm grown and when I'll be really, really rich, I'll save all these children. I'll, do my part. I just did not know that I'll be in a position to do that, before my 30s even. And then I was raised in a family which is very charitable, from the youngest to oldest. Everybody loves to give. And that was further taken into when I started studying. We had these courses in our school where we had to do community service for a couple of hours a week. And that's where I got introduced to, and working with WWF, turtles, the mangroves, share a meal, food drives. And then they were visiting orphanage, going to hospitals, That further strengthened this journey, which was later on when I was in university now in England. Over there, you can do these donations, and I would do donations, for multiple different charities, PETA, cancer research. But that just never fulfilled me. It just felt like giving money away to somebody to handle the problem and not seeing it one-on-one. And that never really did much for me. And then I remember on weekends, I would seek out, these organizations where I could, work and do something. And I started working the blinds, spend a lot of time with them, helping them out, volunteered, worked for free for a lot of charitable organizations. And then before I knew it, I was in Pakistan, that's where I'm right now. And I started complaining. I had complaints about everything. I had opinions about everything. And then suddenly one day I got tired of my own complaining and my own opinions. And I was like, that just doesn't make a difference. In order to stop complaining and waiting, you just need to go and do it yourself. And that's how Hazim Bangwar Foundation came into existence. I decided to do it myself because I didn't want to wait on anybody else. At the core of HBF, I know this is somehow a bit different from other organizations. We don't primarily depend on donations. We depend on volunteers. Because I think I know in organizations it does need finance to run with, but we have substantial finances that grow year by year. But we mostly thrive on volunteers. And how that works is that instead of just giving out money and thinking somebody else will deal with the problem, when you volunteer, you see the problem firsthand. And you create this emotions and these connections with whatever the program is at the moment that we're running. You make this link with them. And a lot of our volunteers, after a lot of visits with us, they start visiting on their own and making that connection. So we actually work as a bridge. So instead of just asking for donations, we ask for volunteers to come and help us, tag along, give us more hands. We have the food, help us distribute it. We have the ration, help us give it out. We have the equipment, help us clean the beach. And that is the backbone of Hazim Bangwar Foundation. The future seems very sustainable and very green, hopefully. That's the future plan to, educate people, inspire people, inspire them, educate them where they can make good choices, which is beneficial in the long run for them, the upcoming generation, and the environment, and the animal welfare. So there are a lot of plans in the future, but mainly it's to educate people to know the difference, inspire them to do their part. You don't have to have an organization. You don't need a big platform to do all this. Sometimes something very simple, just as sharing a meal, small meal with somebody less fortunate, can just do the trick. And that's what we're here for. So a lot of times I get asked, what does Hazim Bangwar Foundation specialize in? And to be honest, going into this, I did not want to keep a one-track focused mind that there's only one thing that I want to help with, because I think there's so much that could be done, and I don't want to be, part of something or run something which could not help everybody or everything in just one particular situation. So it's a very big umbrella, and currently we have multiple programs. We have community food bank, where we do and give out rations on season. Seasonally we have rations that go out to multiple remote villages in Sindh and Pakistan. We do give out rations to other organizations, to orphanage, old age homes. Apart from that, we have our beach cleaning drive, which is very sustainable kind of concept, because everybody at HBF has taken out to try and live their most sustainable life. So that's where we do a lot of beach cleaning, educate people about, less use of plastic, opting for organic stuff, and furthermore planting trees and all. And then last year only, we established our very own date palm tree forest, completely, in Kantkot. And then following that, we help out other organizations as well. It's not like I said, it's not necessarily that we want to go about with something and focus on it. We help other organizations that we think need support, need help, So we work with Indus Cancer Hospital for little children. We go visit them. Our volunteers tag along, and we, make them laugh, and we set up these art programs with them. At the same time, Darul Sakoon, we visit them. We have a really close coordinations with them, and multiple other organizations like that, local and international. On an international basis, at the moment, we're working with WWF. At the same time, we're also working with 8 billion trees. So there are multiple organizations, local and international, that we also coordinate and work with.